my friend who's married to a guy who he likes to dress himself. He likes
to dress himself.
What kind of quality is that?
Like he takes pride in he likes shopping.
What kind of standard is that?
I mean,
Put my shoes on.
Klein, look at yourself. You don't like dressing yourself. Am I wrong?
I don't like dressing myself, but I do. For the last at least 10 years, I've dressed myself every day.
Yes, but you're not passionate about
I
clothes.
can't believe how low the standards have gotten. Tell me about this guy you're dating.
I love him. He dresses
he
himself.
He does dress himself.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Let's get to your ADD news, and we get into a brand new hour to show. Tickets for you. We got to do these Hollywood Bowl tickets for you to see Imagine Dragons. That's coming up real soon, and we'll get you into No Values on Saturday in Pomona at the Fairplex. That's all happening as well. So many texts on the conversation we just got into. We were asking Vanessa, because she's single and very active, if we could look at her dating profile.
And very active, no.
What?
Not very active.
Well, you claim, and we asked to look at your profile to see how many
It's
of these.
deleted.
Did you not go on a date and then run into one of your previous dates on that date?
Allison? Allison.
Oh, boy.
Nice. Okay, by the way, this person didn't even notice. But I am not active. I deleted it.
So you're not currently active on any dating app.
No, it's just like, I don't get like the matches that I would want, never.
Yeah.
Right.
And then for like those sayings, I'm terrible at writing, and I'm like, if I'm trying to express myself, I'm like, this is not going to translate well here.
Right.
So I just literally just spit my photos. That's it.
So you don't even put any words. You just do photos?
No, I'm terrible at words.
Nice.
See, as you know.
Nice.
Nice.
You should put that as your...
Yeah. Just,
Nice. I could do sounds. I would thrive.
Oh, that would be so good. They should do that.
Yeah, someone suggested we should start a Klein Alley Show dating app just for listeners of the show to connect with each other.
Oh, the 4 people can date and then date again.
That'd be really incestuous.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. As far as radio news goes, this one is average.
So I'll start with this story since we were kind of related to what we were just talking about. We were discussing dating profiles, what makes you unattractive to the people around you. Now, this is what makes you more attractive
Here
to
we
the
go.
people around
Finally. Need this.
you. This is for those heteronormative relationships.
Yeah,
they did a
baby.
study.
Hetero.
They discovered there's going to be no gay options on our show dating app, by the way.
Great. I like
It's going to
that.
be strictly straights.
God's way.
Slightly effeminate or feminine men have better relationship prospects with women without losing any short-term desirability. So
Whoa.
I know that we talked
Don't get much
about...
more feminine than that noise.
I know, Jerry Seinfeld was just going viral for his comments about wanting a
Manly man.
Yes.
Right.
But women don't have that same desire,
Here's the
according
theory.
to a study.
Women even women that are not lesbians
Tell
like
us
Allie.
what we love.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to mansplain this to you. I'm a woman-splain it. Women are attracted to other women. Straight women dress when they go out, not for men. They dress for women.
other women.
They want other women to say, I like that. It's all about the women. We're just like pawns in this game of women.
Well, I think they know that you guys will like whatever as long as you can take it off.
Right. Exactly. As long as there's a zipper or a buckle, we're in. Preferably zipper, it's easier. But the point is this. That's why when women are not lesbians, they are stuck with guys. They like the guys. They like the hog. I get it. Right, well, ladies? That's how they speak.
Right, well, it is.
So,
Noise.
But they want a guy that still has those feminine qualities. Listening, blah, blah, blah. Right, Allie? You're with me.
Well, my friend who's married to a guy who he likes to dress himself. He likes...
likes to dress himself.
what kind of quality is that?
Like, he takes pride in, he likes shopping.
What kind of standard is that?
I mean...
Put my shoes on.
Klein, look at yourself. You don't like dressing yourself. Am I wrong?
I don't like dressing myself, but I do. For the last at least 10 years, I've dressed myself every day.
Yes, but you're not passionate about clothes.
I can't believe how low the standards have gotten. Tell me about this guy you're dating.
I love him. He dresses
he
himself.
does dress himself.
No, it's he
ridiculous.
likes shopping. Like he
Got
enjoys
it.
picking out certain things and what goes with what. He takes a lot of pride in his appearance. He files his own nails. He's a groomer.
He cuts his own food.
Yeah.
Eats it.
Enjoys his own squares.
Right. Well, that's big time.
So anyway,
how did she find such a catch?
Women like that. All right, LAX is not a fun place to be, but 80 million people fly out of there every year. So obviously, it's a necessary place to be. And with that many people traveling, you're bound to see some smuggling. Now the numbers are in, and LAX could very well be the drug smuggling capital of the world.
Man, we've done it.
And a lot of the drugs that get brought into other states, especially states like Florida, are being traced back to LAX. And in a lot of those cases, they're finding giant briefcases full of drugs, not even a piece of clothing, a toothbrush, or anything to try and cover it up and deter people from thinking this is not drugs.
That was always the fun part when, before you could just fly with weed in your pocket, whatever. The fun part was always how do I hide this? How do I disguise this so it doesn't get caught?
And you had to get really creative.
Yeah, you put it inside of a shampoo bottle, or you'd bury it with coffee or something like
inside
that.
of a tampon, am I right, Vanessa?
That's Vanessa's favorite way to smuggle. And she knows. So the idea is that now they're just going.
It's just briefcase of coke.
Because all those dogs that you still see walking around the airport, they used to sniff around for the drugs and the bombs. Now they only care about the bombs.
Now they're only emotional support dogs.
Yeah. They don't even smell for anything.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, I guess, a well-known secret that LAX is the easiest to get drugs through. And because there's like 50,000 people that work there, there's bound to be some, and with that many people every year traveling through, there's bound to be people getting through with illegal stuff. So it happens all the time.
Also, I think they should replace those giant letters, the giant LAX, when you first get there with that sign that says drug smuggling capital of the world. Like, embrace what it is. If they did merch and
nice
stuff.
big archway when you go in.
Yeah, people would really buy into that. If they started selling snow globes that said that there.
Or like those stupid art pieces where it's like, look at this piece of history. Just be
People
like,
would love
here's a
it.
briefcase that was confiscated.
They would love it.
Like I said earlier, the economy is cooling down, job openings are dwindling, inflation is real, and for all those reasons and more, corporate freebies are disappearing. If you notice the free refills that are going away at McDonald's, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
It's crazy that this world we live in, so many things that we've just become accustomed to, like the free refill is the number one. No one even asks anymore when you sit down at a restaurant, is it a free refill? You just assume it is.
Oh, and I still do cup of water. Can I please have a cup for water?
And then Allie steals the soda.
Yeah, exactly. And
That's
then I get
Allie's
as many
move.
refills as I want.
Right.
But if you think about the endless shrimp thing at Red Lobster, that didn't work and it
Nope.
backfired on the company. So there's not going to be as many endless things like the endless salad and breadsticks. And even restaurants that have like a kids eat free, that doesn't happen anymore. And another example they used was free parking. Like in Vegas at a lot of the hotels,
Yep.
if you're not staying there and you're just doing like self-parking day use, it used to be free at a lot of these places and now it's like $20 flat rate.
Yeah, I mean, look, go back to it used to be free to bring a suitcase on an airplane. You bought the ticket, you could have a suitcase. Now you got to pay for
my
most
God,
of the flights.
I hate
So there's so many that's gone away. 909 says, Allie, not to try to one-up your friend, but my wife is the sexiest because she has hair, breathes on her own, and she can dress herself.
Hey, we all have standards.
818 wants to know if Allie's friend can also wipe his own tushy after he goes potty. That's a big boy right there. That's
Yeah.
nice. We get into a brand new hour of the show. We do it after this one from the Cranberries. In that hour, you'll do some serious winning.
Klein, Alley, Show! Mornings on KROQ!
106.7 KROQ.
KROQ, let's get to your ADD news. Then we'll start giving you things. Tickets for you to see Imagine Dragons at Hollywood Bowl. That's coming up. No values on Saturday. We'll get you into that as well. And, of course, we got lots going on today on the show, including a petty claims court. A relationship is hanging in the balance. Will they stay together or break up forever? You will determine and be a part of the jury. It's the only jury duty you actually like. You know, Megan Holiday, I think, has been on jury duty for like 9 days or something already.
What?
Yeah,
Dude, she'd be such a great jury member.
But I don't even
She's
think-
so understanding.
I don't even think she's made the jury yet. They're still in the selection process, which is the
Wait, is it a murder trial? Do they know?
All I know is the last time I was at jury duty, I stuck around for a long-ass time, and it was like 5 days to even pick the jury, and then the whole case, I think, lasted less than a day.
Well, the whole thing, too, with Megan is that she's so honest, you know? Like,
Too honest.
she has more dignity than we do. Like, we
Yeah.
could stand up and be like, excuse me, I'm racist.
Oh,
And
pull that clip.
Oh no! All right, let's.
Have that clip ready to go. Get it immediately.
Anyway,
in the
Megan
system.
would never do that, and that's why she's a great jury member.
Yeah, can't wait to use that out of context. Here
Great,
we
there
go.
goes my reputation.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. News you can't use.
So, Red Lobster has been dying a slow and painful death. It's been hard to watch because I think a lot of America has a soft spot for Red Lobster and their endless shrimp. But one person is trying to help, and that person is none other than Flava Flav. He went to a Red Lobster location and he said, "Give me one of everything." He proceeded to order everything on the menu to help them combat their bankruptcy, and he went with his daughter, and apparently they left with only 2 boxes.
Let me see if Johnny knows this. This is a pop culture question. Johnny, this is the thing that Flava Flav is known for wearing around his neck.
Yeah, boy. What was the question? Really quick.
Oh my God.
We
We
can't.
gotta do it.
We can't have
We
it.
gotta
We
do
can't have
it.
it. This is the thing that Flava Flav is known.
A clock.
Did Vanessa tell you that?
No, I didn't.
All right.
Vanessa, would you have known that?
I know it.
By the way, to be fair,
You
Johnny
did?
does say that every time he does walk by a clock. He stops and points.
clock,
He goes,
a clock,
a clock. So maybe that was
There
just a
are 2
coincidence.
hands. 2
All right,
hands.
Johnny, you're back on the team.
All right, who wants to see more of Alec Baldwin and his giant family?
Not me.
I know, but
His wife was hot, though. She used to be like a yoga instructor or something, right? Halafia?
yes, she
or
used to be a
something?
yoga instructor. Her name is Hilaria, but
Haladia.
but the thing is, she's not really Hilaria. Her name is Hillary.
This story is fantastic.
So let me tell you, TLC thinks that this is going to be a big show. It's called The Baldwins. It's going to premiere in 2025. It's going to be all about Alec Baldwin, Hilaria, and their 7 children, who I'm sure will be very happy growing up in front of a camera. But it will be a lot of stories about Hilaria's fake Spanish heritage. And that's one thing that has been a through line, is that she has gone into large detail about like growing up in Spain. And then she's even done things like, I love how you say family. Sorry, I don't know English word.
Right.
And they're like, you are from Boston. Like, you grew up in Boston.
Oh,
you were
really?
born in Boston, and your name is Hillary.
And she just changed it to sound more interesting?
To sound more interesting and cultured and cool.
Yeah.
My
It's
name
funny,
is Hilaria.
because Hillary is such a boring white girl name.
Totally.
So to be like, I will be Hilaria.
And I guess her family lives part-time in Spain or whatever. Like, they live in Mallorca. So I think she's translating it in her head to, like, now that my family lives there, I grew up there.
I don't want
And
to say
she-
Massachusetts. I'll say Mallorca. It's just
So,
everything's back to Boston.
She just kind of like changes her life story,
Really?
and then also says like, "Well, I spent a lot of my childhood in Mallorca," but then it's like, there's no way that you wouldn't know basic English words. Like she would. There's a clip that went viral of her holding up a cucumber and be like, "How you say cucumber?"
Right.
And it's like, you know how to say cucumber.
Right.
Like, what are
Oh,
you doing
that's
with yourself?
interesting. Yeah.
So
I
that
would
might
watch
be
that.
interesting
now
to
I'm
watch.
back on that show.
All right. I don't think anyone really says YOLO anymore, but apparently it's dying, just like Red Lobster. The YOLO economy is dwindling down. In fact, the economy is at a 3-year low, and the employment market is dwindling as well. So they think that the YOLO economy is going to be replaced with the YO-NO economy. And a lot of these people that we were talking about that are going on these big trips, these once-in-a-lifetime trips that are like, hey, I'm going to, take this trip even though I don't necessarily know if I can afford it, or I'm just going to quit my job and see what happens. All that is now starting to catch up with
Well,
people.
right. The YOLO concept was like, I'll do anything and everything because YOLO, that was always the thing. And it was a great excuse to do things that you knew maybe weren't necessarily the right decision for you. I can't afford this car right now, but you know what? YOLO. And then people are like, all right, sign right here and here. The car's yours.
Right, and now 5 years later, you're like, I'm in crippling debt.
Yeah. So
But
now,
YOLO!
but YOLO, right. I mean, it's an interesting...
You're going to YOLO in a box.
I understand why that was great for the economy, because people were making a lot of impulsive purchases.
Well, and then when the pandemic happened, too, they're like, any minute, the economy's going to crash. Any minute. And then it never did. And then even now, they're still like, recession is looming, but it hasn't hit yet because everyone's just dumb spending.
Oh, man, I love a good dumb spend.
Isn't that great?
Well, I mean, if you think about anything you're going to buy that's fun, you could talk yourself out of it because you could always give yourself that whole, do I really need it? And the answer is no, you probably don't really need it.
Oh, I know it's El Cheapo. You can talk yourself out of any purchase.
Yeah, but I could also talk myself into any purchase because you go, well, that's why they make credit cards. Just open more of them, split out the payments, right?
And if you open more credit cards, you can get a 20% discount.
It's almost stupid not to buy it.
There you go.
YOLO back, baby.
Klein Alley. Klein Alley Show.
KROQ, the world famous KROQ. KROQ.
Here we go. Time for your ADD news here at KROQ. As soon as Allie's done in there, close the door. She doesn't lock it, guys.
I locked the stall.
I just want to read you this one text from 657. Goddamn, Allie, you nasty ass.
You didn't read the one above that.
Hold on, let me finish this. It's not that you have nothing to hide. It's that you have stuff no one wants to see.
Then don't come in.
Lock your damn door. Meanwhile,
why would someone go into a bathroom door that is closed?
913 says, who locks the bathroom or the door in their own home? That's insane. Never done that a day in my life.
Yes.
So people are all over the place on this. As soon as we're done with the ADD news, we will get you into No Values, Pomona Fairplex on Saturday. Original Misfits, Social D, Bad Religion, Sublime, Turnstile, so many other bands. We get you in about 5 minutes, and then every hour after that all day long here at KROQ. But first, what's happening?
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. All news, no snooze.
So there are a lot of rumored business mergers and announced business mergers happening right now. Paramount and Skydance, that's the big one that they're officially merging. They've agreed to terms. Then you have TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, that's looking for a new partner. But here's a partnership that is way more interesting. Green Thumb, one of the few very successful marijuana growing companies out there,
Go ahead.
says that they would like to merge with Sam Adams Beer. So Sam Adams, they had just, I guess, recently said that, hey, we're going to be more of an independent company. We're going to solely focus on our business and making great Boston beer. And this company, Green Thumb, the owner is like, hey, I think that we'd be a great partnership. And wouldn't that be amazing if some of these weed companies started merging with other major companies and becoming like kind of a conglomerate? I know that there's a lot of small businesses that are weed companies that can remain small, and you should always support small businesses. But, I mean, think of all the weed beer we could have.
That sounds delicious. But also, why would you, if you're a weed company, why wouldn't you merge with like a Hostess or any of the number of munchie companies out there? It seems like it's a perfect partnership where you could cross-promote because obviously the person who's buying, 6 sleeves of Oreos, it's a good chance that they're also probably high.
But it seems like some of these weed companies, like MedMen was a big one that was doing well for a long time, and then they just mismanaged and they lost all their money. And if they had, a bigger company that was overseeing their operations, maybe they would survive for longer.
It's possible. A lot of these weed companies are just not good at business. They're good at growing weed.
And they're good at smoking weed.
They're good at smoking weed, but they're not good at business.
Yeah, look how bad you and I were at dealing weed.
I was never profitable. I lost money every time.
I think I only did it 3 times. And then the guy that was selling us the weed was like, I'm not going to do this with you again.
Well, the guy explained to me.
I got fired.
The guy explained to me very early, all you have to do is do exactly what I tell you to do, and you will make $400 every time I give you a new ounce of weed. And yet, I somehow lost money every time, didn't do anything he said, and eventually smoked through all the weed.
Because a college kid can't be trusted with an ounce of weed. It's just not possible.
And by the way, when you get an IOU from some pothead down the hall, there's a good chance they're never going to pay that IOU off.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not the leg breaking type.
A successful bribe is something that you can brag about, but when a bribe fails, it is an instant embarrassment, and that just happened in a jury trial where a juror claims that she was bribed with a duffel bag full of cash.
The best.
And was asked to acquit the people on trial. So she claims she was handed a duffel bag with $120,000 in it.
I would do that.
And they said, we'll promise to give you more if you vote to acquit the 7 people that are on trial. And so she decided to say something, and now she's been dismissed from the trial.
She ratted on the bag?
She read it on the bag.
So
and
she didn't get the bag and she got thrown off the trial.
Yeah, and she got thrown off the trial. But
Honesty doesn't pay, kids.
But here, does it matter what the trial is? Should I tell you?
Not really, no.
You would have acquitted without knowing who they were, what they're being charged with?
$120K?
Yeah, and more
It's
if
just
you
one-
acquit.
I'm just one vote. I mean, there's other jurors there. You could buy me for $120K.
All right, well, this is 7 people who are on trial for stealing $40 million from a program meant to feed children during the pandemic.
All right, $150,000. I think a little more.
All
right. Bad about that. That's messed up.
That is messed up.
I mean, they're probably guilty, obviously, if they got paid off, and they're probably getting paid off.
And they're trying to bribe the people
with
that
the
are
money probably that was meant to go to feed the kids.
Exactly.
But
You'd
I've
be
seen-
taking hungry child money.
I've seen the kids these days. They're very fat. the kids are eating. I don't know what's going
All
on.
the kids, they got the food.
Yeah, I
All
feel
right,
like-
we're good.
So the food went to some kid. Maybe not the right kid, but there's a lot of fat kids.
So if you witness a home invasion or witness something something suspicious on your street, how likely are you to step in?
You know what I did. I called. I saw a shoe.
Yeah.
Okay, something real.
That was suspicious and real. It was a van that had been parked in front of my place for many weeks, and the guy inside wasn't moving.
But
and I
the
saw
thing
the
is,
feet.
you were a pussy and you didn't go in the van. You were too scared, so you called the police.
I did knock on the van, and no one moved. That's when I called the police and said there's a foot. Then they found out when they opened the van, it was just a shoe.
Yeah. I turned in my neighbors because they were wearing hazmat suits when it was like sunny outside.
Oh,
I was
that's
like, dude,
right.
there's something shady going on.
And they
back
were
there.
doing. Was it meth, Omar, or no? What did they find out it was?
I called the cops and I never heard back, so I don't know what happened. The neighbors eventually ended up moving.
So this guy, he's an actor, Jonathan Tucker, and he's been in Kingdom and The Ruins and Hostage and other shows.
I've never seen a minute of any of those things.
Me neither, but if you see his face, he's familiar. But anyway, he was in Hancock Park in his neighborhood, and he called the police because he saw a suspicious stranger entering one of his neighbor's houses.
Good.
And so not only did he call, but he saw that the door was open and that the intruder was inside. And so he just full on went into the house.
Whoa.
And he found a little girl who was terrified, and he got her and brought her out and said to his wife, "Hey, watch this girl. I'm going to go back in." He went back in and then saw the mom that was there and also scared and brought her out, and there was a male suspect inside the house, and
Come
he
on.
led this woman and her daughter to safety.
This guy's a hero.
Yeah.
Man.
To actually rescue, I mean, that's better than knocking on a van with a foot.
Let's not argue over who is more of a hero here. All
Right,
right.
we don't need to argue. It's
And I
obvious.
also did stop my car to rescue a dog last week too.
A statue of a
Well,
dog.
I didn't know it at the time though, so I technically am a hero 2 times. Let's get into a brand new hour of the show right now.
With a couple of heroes.
Couple of heroes and your chance to go to No Values this weekend.
Which Klein has none of.
I have no values, and I will be there. Call now, 800-520-1067. Caller 20, that's how we kick off this hour.
Klein Alley Show.
I don't know. Y'all guys bring up my mood every time. Every time I'm in a bad mood, y'all lift me up. I turn on the show, and it helps me so much. I appreciate everything y'all are doing.
KROQ.
Hell yeah. Just after 9 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. Got them summer feels. Going to be hot. Heat wave has begun, although they used to use the word heat wave, I thought, when temperatures got into triple digits. And now, because it's just been so cold and gray here for so long, they're now calling 80 degrees a heat wave, but we'll take it.
They're actually calling it a heat dome.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes,
Sweet.
right now it's a dome.
Sounds delicious. Anyway, we got good stuff to get to this hour on the show. And perhaps the greatest thing could be you right now being caller 20 at 800-520-1067, so you can go to No Values. What a lineup, KROQ.com for all the bands, but it all kicks off around noon or 1 o'clock. Aquabats near the top, and then that lineup builds all day. I just saw the set times got posted.
Oh,
Original
cool.
Misfits taking the stage at 11 p.m., so do some basic math
No,
there.
it's over at 11. They take the stage like just before 10.
Once again, I cannot figure out how to read these festival graphs.
Yeah.
I am honestly.
Omar read it just fine.
It looks. So what?
read,
no, it's not that I can't read because I saw Sublime is going on at 7, or is it, they end at 7. Once again, I don't know. Yeah, forget it. I'm not going.
What?
I'm not going.
There's ones and zeros, but what order are they in?
I'm not going. It's
Play
too
Magic, woo.
too. I'm not.
Hey, by the way, I don't know how hard it is to read because I'm looking at it right now. It says the original Misfits 9:45. That's how it's written
So you
on
thought-
the thing.
How do you take that as they're going on at 11?
I saw the graph.
The graph.
Well, the graph, the end time says 11 p.m.
Well,
it's easy.
Omar,
What the hell's wrong with
I
you?
am dyslexic.
So I will say in Klein's event, sometimes those graphs are confusing.
So I have not gone to festivals before because I can't figure out the set times.
Yeah, I'm pissed off at this festival, by the way,
Why-
because
about
there's
what?
too much goodness. I'm going to miss out.
I
I'm going to get
know.
anxiety when I go there because
Yeah.
I'm going to have to sacrifice some bands.
You
Yeah,
know-
FOMO no matter what stage you're
Yeah,
on.
I'm going to have to
Yeah.
stand in the middle and just hope I hear a little bit of everything at the same time.
You won't know when anything's gone.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a good problem to have. Let's get you in right now. Caller 20 puts us in Los Angeles, California. And is this Anna?
This is Anna, yes.
Hi, Saturday. I don't know what your plans are, but cancel them. You're coming to No Values.
Hell yeah. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I've been trying for weeks.
Well, your
Well,
tickets.
good luck with the set
Yeah,
times.
listen, hopefully you're smarter than I am, but there's going to be a lot of great
I'll
bands in.
figure something out. Thank you so much.
I'll figure
You
something
figure
out.
something out. Great.
Yeah, you will.
Thanks for eavesdropping in on our radio show, you perverts.
Yeah. When you're not being reported by your neighbors, you can check out the podcast or the live show on KROQ or wherever you get your podcasts.
That's right, which apparently is a lot of places. Find Klein Alley Show and listen to this show in its entirety. Plus, if you download and subscribe, we will save a puppy from being executed.
Oh my God, there's puppies being executed?
Oh, there goes another one.
Oh, those are high stakes.